Welcome and thank you for joining us on this Friday. And was I wrong yesterday? The Lakers went into the TD Garden and beat the Celtics 114 to 105, controlling most of the game with both their all-stars Anthony Davis and LeBron James out. I said the Lakers are going to be on a 3-game losing streak coming into today, but boy did Austin Reeves prove me wrong. He walked into the Celtics arena and dropped 32 points, leading his team to victory with every Celtic starter playing. Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Derek White, Kristaps Porzingis, Drew Holiday, all those scrubs. Jaylen Brown and Drew Holiday both had 8 points. Jason Tatum had 23. That just isn't enough to put away any NBA team. Unless they're the bottom of the barrel, like the team we're going to talk about later. But that's not enough to put away any NBA team. And it obviously wasn't enough to put away a team without two of their all-stars in Anthony Davis and LeBron James. With their best player on the court being Austin Reeves, letting him drop 32. This is a win the Lakers needed. Okay? With the AD-less and LeBron-less Lakers, they needed this win. And this is what LeBron was talking about when he said his teammates need to step up. Now, does it change my opinion on the team? No. Darvin Ham still has a chance to turn things around, but it's only a matter of time when they start struggling again and LeBron calls for the kill. The GM calls for the fire, and he's fired. He's going to be fired by this offseason. Quote me. That's a guarantee. Also, unless they win a championship. Also, today, Rich Paul came out and said, after many speculated Bron's frustration with the Lakers, they're not looking for a trade. They're not going to request a trade. They're not seeking for a trade. What do you expect? What do you expect? You want him to come out and say, I'm frustrated with the Lakers. I want to trade immediately? No, that's just going to ruin the whole season for the Lakers because LeBron's not going to get traded by the deadline. He's just not. No one has the assets that they're looking for. They haven't put together what assets they want. He's not going to get traded. But I still think there's a great chance that he ends up off the team this offseason because it's obviously frustration. If they're not going far in the playoffs, if their first round exits, if they don't even make the playoffs, he's out. He's out. LeBron has 2 more years left, max. He's going to a winning team. The Celtics have now lost 4 out of their last 5 in the Garden. I love it. I love it. I love it. And this just shows and proves they are a fraudulent, non-contending team. Now the dog of the day. Another NBA game, another NBA team. The Orlando Magic. Hopefully they can upset the Timberwolves like they upset the Lakers. Like the Lakers upset the Celtics. The Magic need to get on track. And they won their last game against the Spurs to hopefully start this winning streak or get back on track. The Timberwolves have won 4 out of the last 5, including beating Shea and the Thunder. But the Magic are tied with the Heat for the Southeast Division due to our unfortunate struggles. So, it's a much-needed win. And the Magic are looking for a win. The last time these two met, the Timberwolves absolutely smoked them. But they are without one of their 20-point-per-game scorers, Franz Wagner. The Magic are a good team. Could get hot, could get not. But Paulo will need to score. And then he'll slow down Anthony Edwards. My God, is he good. Rudy Gobert's also game today. So get in early if you're considering the dog of the day. Magic, dog of the day in the NBA. Now Joel Embiid. The guy who was probably going to be MVP if he didn't miss games. But now, he's going to miss a whole bunch of games. He injured his meniscus last night. You've yet to see how long he's going to be out for, how bad it was. Averaging 35 a game on 11 rebounds, he got injured last night against the Utah Jazz, unfortunately. He can never stay healthy. He is consistently missing double-digit games every season. He's a great player, but I think the MVP was on his mind, and he was trying to defend it against Nikola Jokic. He didn't want Nikola Jokic to get it. He had it last year. He was trying to defend it this year. He was trying to repeat like Nikola Jokic did. And let's be honest, the only reason Nikola Jokic didn't get it last season is because he got it the last 2 seasons. But Embiid was trying to change the narrative and go back to back. But that's probably not going to happen. It's not going to happen. He was trying to be on the court to defend his MVP, and I think that's the problem. It means a little too much for him. But you know what? What means a lot, Joel Embiid? A championship. Don't be a selfish player. You guys need to be set up for a championship. And now it's a bad meniscus injury, which could, a meniscus injury, it could go from 3 weeks to a month. But if it needs surgery, obviously, done. Done for the year. That's a mistake. He doesn't need the MVP. He's injury prone. If you want to sit out when it's important. But that happens when you miss back-to-back games, when you're not really hurt and all that. Now you're trying to play through injury. When you're injury prone, and now you're going out. And now your team's definitely not winning a championship. The Utah Jazz did still lose. The Sixers beat them last night, but that was due to Tyrese Maxey's 51 points. Yes, he had 51 points. How? I don't know. I mean, I have a surprise for everyone. That's not going to happen every night. Tyrese Maxey's not having 51 points every night. So the Sixers, their playoffs hopes are absolutely flushed down the toilet, especially if Joel Embiid doesn't return. Hopefully he can return. No one wants stars going down. He's like a Zion. He needs to take care of his body. Take care of your body. That's how you function. Your engine. You need to be well-oiled machine to go through the 82-game season. But now, who is the MVP favorite? Because even if coming back in 3 weeks, new 65-game rule implemented, he cannot be the MVP. And the MVP favorite right now is Nikola Jokic, averaging 26, 12, and 9. But I think Luka has an incredible season, averaging 35 points, 9 rebounds, 10 assists. He is behind SGA in odds, but if Luka can carry his team to a playoff spot in decent seeding while keeping up his scoring, I think Luka should be the MVP. Lastly, the Miami Heat play basketball tonight against the Washington Wizards. And if you want to visualize trash, you go watch the game and visualize the Washington Wizards, because they are 9-38. They're absolute garbage. And if the Heat don't win tonight to spark a much-needed little win streak, a much-needed win to spark and build up some wins that they obviously lost during their 7-game losing streak, I don't know what to think but to blow this team up. Tyler and Bam need to step up this game. Tyler averages 20 against the Wizards. Bam averages 14 against the Wizards. Are those incredible numbers? Absolutely not. Jimmy averaged, I think, 15 against the Wizards last season. So Tyler, obviously, should be scoring and hopefully be the player to lead us to victory, because Jimmy can't do it all. If the Wizards get hot shooting the ball, we could be in danger. But they have one player, one-dimensional. His name's Kyle Kuzma. And we will roll the Wizards out like dough tonight. I'm guaranteeing a victory. Jimmy will need to be awake, but Tyler and Bam, I'm expecting a much-needed spark. The Wizards are not good defensively, but can get buckets sometimes. So let's score tonight like we did against the Kings. I'm guaranteeing a Heat victory. The Heat are not going to beat a playoff team and then drop one to the scrub Wizards, especially after that team meeting they had. So let's go Heat. And the Marlins have yet to sign anyone.